cattle. Today we're doing a review video with Whiz. This video is to show kind of at the end of her second month back program. We recorded the video last week and somehow the audio just disappeared. So anyway, we're going over again where we are, what we're working on, and just kind of talk through some. So kind of warming enough. I've been warming her up a little bit already, but we're gonna start just like we did with Cinco. We're doing this bending with vertical. So we had been doing the bending at the walk where I basically want her bending all the way around towards the inside and getting soft around my leg. I might still do that if I need to. Like I did that a little bit this morning to get a little softness out of her. But I want to be able to pick up both reins and have her give vertically and still walk around this circle. If she tries to, like I'm gonna make her stay in this a little longer. Like I want her, I want her to walk around this circle soft. I want her to continue to keep that softness and keep giving. So every time she gives, I'm gonna give back to her a little bit. I want her to stay in this circle. So we did those transitions with Cinco. We're doing the same with Whiz. I sit down, bring her back to me, and I want her to get soft around this circle. This is going to prepare these horses for pretty much everything we're going to do going forward. I want these horses to have some shape around, have these horses get soft, have these horses be soft in my hands with some shape to the inside. You're going around, like on the trail, if we're going around trees and going around different things, moving the feet, we want them shaped around here. If we're working a cow, we want them shaped towards the cow. If we're working a flag, we want them shaped towards the flag. If we're changing leads, we want them to be able to get soft to the inside, and be able to move their body, move their shoulders, move their rib cage, move their hips. With her, it's really good where all these transitions that we're doing, sit down, bring her back to me, and her get soft again. And we trot off. We can go 2 circles, 1 to 2 circles, depending on how soft. If we're needing to get her, if she's needing to get more soft, if we don't like how soft she's feeling in her hands, or trying to jerk her head away from us, or moving her body to where she's running off from her legs, we may stay in here a little longer till we get what we like. Trying to take her head from me, get out of position, and so I'm bringing her back to me, bringing her back in the circle. Say, no, this is where we want you to be. We're just trotting off on a big loose rein. Sit down and bring her to me. seeing some seeing some slack in these reins. Before, you know, doing this enough, we'll get to where this is second nature to her, and she'll just want to stay in this position, because this is where we really want to be able to warm this horse up. We want this horse soft and soft around my legs, and low head, slack in reins. Sit down, bring her to me, let her settle in here. See, she's thinking about taking her head from me a little bit. So I just bring it, no, bring her back to me. No, pick these reins up, you get soft. Now, I use my feet every time I pick these reins up. So my feet and hands are working in unison. Okay, we're gonna start. I'm gonna lope off to this left lead. She pick it up, sit down, come back. Used her quite a bit yesterday. We went, sorted some cows, and she kind of helped. I pushed some cows up on her, kind of let some cows back, and then we went and loped around the wheat field, checking fence on it, and pinned some other heifers that got out. And so she worked quite a bit yesterday, and I think it helped her. She's not quite as jacked up today, meaning just high energy is just what I mean by that. So pick this left lead up, sit down. She got to anticipating what I was going to do there, so I brought her back down, changed her up. Okay, look off here in this right. She did not pick up the correct lead, so I'm going to yield her hindquarters. She picked up the correct lead. Let her loop out here for a minute. That was really good. That was a lot better there. It wasn't, she still kind of threw her body around a little bit, but it wasn't so abrupt. She kind of just sunk in right here a little bit, sunk into the circle. So that was good. Lope off this right lead. She picked up the incorrect lead. Sit down, bring her to me. Wanting her to get softer in my hands here. She's kind of bracing in my hands some. She's using my feet. Correct lead. So now we'll work on this Clover Leaf a little bit, going to this right. Picking up speed for no reason. Picking up more speed. She's leaning out. So like we talked about with Cinco, I'm gonna put her on this circle on this clover leaf pattern, and I'm going to take her out if she goes to lean. As such, she's leaning the other way. Picked up the incorrect lead. There. She's kind of running off, leaning. Come on. A lot of things to work on here. Picked up the incorrect lead. She's gonna figure out that overreactiveness isn't serving her any longer. Like this, running off. She needs to pay attention to what I'm asking and not get so stirred up. There's no reason to get stirred up. Soften her. I'll put my foot back and ask her to lope off. She's leaning towards the pickup. I'll take her, soften her right here. So I want to take her and soften her the opposite direction of the way she's leaning. Gets her also paying attention. Picked up the wrong lead again. All I'm going to do is correct her. I'm not going to let her take, she has to pick up the correct lead. Outside. Worried about camera and such. Picked up the wrong lead. Leaning. So it's a lot of times when I get to these corners, I'm gonna figure out where she's leaning and take her in the opposite direction, get her soft. There's no reason to. There, she picked up the correct lead. Thinks she needs to run 9-0. She's leaning the other way. Soften her right here. Get the wrong lead again. She'll figure it out. She's smart. She just thinks she needs to run off. That was a lot better. That side was better. Better. She's wanting to lower her head. Better. She's leaning towards the gate. Soften her to the inside. Pick up the wrong lead. Side, so I brought her back out. So we're really just sitting, we're balancing this horse, getting her thinking about slowing down, thinking about there's more to worry, like there's more to think about than just running off. Because right now she just at a lope. She thinks she needs to run off and go somewhere, lean all over the place, worry about this, shy away from that. I really like that. She's starting to lower her head right there. So she leaned towards the gate again, took her to the inside. Because here before too long she'll just stand up like she needs to pick up the correct lead. There, she picked up the correct lead. Was leaning there. Picked up the correct lead. Didn't. Lead. It's her job to pick that correct lead up. It's her job. She's leaning. She's starting to slow her mind down and start thinking something. So that's good. There, picked up the correct lead. So she's leaning towards those horses over there. Take her out. Picked up the wrong lead. Relax. Pick up the correct lead there. Lead. More. Down. Back up. We're gonna soften her every time we stop. Continue thinking about getting on the reins, getting soft here. Anyway, so you saw right there, towards the end, she started standing up, waiting for me to steer her. Her body was, she is less stiff in her body, and so she wasn't leaning one way or the other as much. And she's paying attention to me more, and so that was good. It was good stuff. And so anyway, we're gonna kind of this transition. We started working on this draw to a walk. We've done this some, not a whole lot, but just started working on it more. I'm gonna pay attention, like when I'm gonna keep paying attention to this horse. I want this horse to really get soft and just flow around here. If she you know, that same exercise we were just doing, kind of going back, because she's kind of boogering away from that corner. I'm gonna keep working on that, even if I'm at a trot and a walk. I'm gonna still keep working on this horse getting soft, not leaning around. I want this horse just standing there, you know, just do what I want you to do. I want you to be soft to me. Get soft in my hands, and you know, if she's leaning one way or the other, we're gonna fix that. We're gonna go the opposite direction. Okay, so while she's kind of airing up, we're gonna do some of these draw to a walk transitions here. These are good. You know, if we're using these horses outside, we need these horses to, you know, if we're loping off, we want to come back down to a trot, want to come back down to a walk. This is how we do that. This is this horse kind of jerking on my hands here. I'm gonna wait till she gets soft right here and get soft in my hands. I'm gonna bump her if I need to, bump her with my feet. Draw this horse down, get soft. Trot off again. Draw this horse down. Lope off. Looped off in the correct lead. Draw this horse down. Off in this left lead. Draw this horse down. Very good. Flip off. She's starting to think about, she's paying attention, she's rating back some. Draw down. Very good. So this horse, I felt her, she was, instead of running off, she was rating back. She's paying attention. She's waiting for me to tell her to slow down and come to me. So that was her paying attention to me. That was very good. Well, we're gonna put her in this test here. Let's see if she'll lope off that correct lead. Nope. That's okay. Remind her. And we're gonna lope off. So every time I ask these horses to lope off from this point, her and Cinco both at this point, they are going to, I want them to lope off in the correct lead. We're not going to let them lope off in the correct lead at this point. So she picked up the correct lead there, draw her back down. Soft, get soft, there. Picked up the incorrect lead. There, picked up the correct lead. Okay, that's a pretty good show where we are with her right now. Kind of going over what we're working on. We are stepping her up this week, but those are the things that we worked on last week and we wanted to show in the video. So as I said, we're working on some new stuff this week and on. That's just what we were working on and how she's progressing. So we appreciate it, and we'll catch you on the next one.